She has that look about her, that look of otherness, of eyes that see things much too far, and of thoughts that wander off the edge of the world. She was free to do whatever she wanted to do, but where did she go that morning, and who did she meet with? This is Kassandra's story through the eyes of strangers. Kassandra Cantrell, who was around 3 months pregnant, went missing on August 25th, 2020, and her disappearance is now being treated as highly suspicious. The Pierce County Sheriff's Department announced that on September 1st, the FBI had joined the investigation to assist in the investigation, which is being handled as a homicide. Kassandra, who is 33 years old, was reported missing on August 27th, 2020, by her family. They said her disappearance is out of character for her, especially because she missed her first ultrasound appointment on August 26th. She was last seen on a doorbell cam on the morning of August 25th at 8:30 a.m. when she drove away from her family's home in Parkland. Friends believe she was heading to the grocery store, but her mother, in which she lived with, finds it odd for her to leave that early in the morning to go buy groceries. If Kassandra had plans that morning to meet up with someone, she did not tell her mother. Kassandra did not have any phone or text activity on her phone leading up to her disappearance, but it is possible she could have emailed someone. It's very unusual for Kassandra to not return home or not to contact family. Her bank cards nor her cell phone has been used since that day. Kassandra is said to be pregnant and had a doctor's appointment on August 26th, which she did not show up for. It was scheduled to be her first sonogram, and her family said she was very excited, and it is unlike her to miss that appointment, so the next day they reported her missing. Kassandra's white Mazda sedan was located by the Tacoma Police Department. The unoccupied car was found by the Tacoma Dome. Her vehicle was found parked along 25th Street near the I-705 overpass. It was reported that the keys were found inside her car. Her mother stated there was no reason for her to be in that area. The Sheriff's Department requested the help of all businesses in the area to review the security footage for any sign of Kassandra or her vehicle from 8:30 a.m. on August 25th to 11:55 p.m. on August 28th. Law enforcement, along with family and friends, conducted a 2-day search in Point Defiance Park after discovering that Kassandra's phone last pinged off a Vashon Island cell tower. According to the report, Kassandra's phone pinged off South Vashon Tower just before 1 p.m. on Tuesday, August 25th, before it was either turned off or died. Kassandra's mom doesn't believe her daughter went to the park. She said Kassandra sometimes took her 2 dogs to the park, but in this case, her dogs were left at home. She also doesn't believe Kassandra just left town. She would have taken her dogs if she took nothing else. She would have taken her dogs because they were her babies, her mother said. It is rumored that when Kassandra was in her early 20s, she met a guy and his girlfriend while in a drama group. She dated that guy for a couple of years, then they broke up. It's been speculated that him and her had reconnected due to a death in his family and could be the father of her unborn child. Last Monday, investigators searched the home of Kassandra's ex-boyfriend, who lives there with his girlfriend. Pierce County Sheriff's Department served a search warrant at the home of Kassandra's ex-boyfriend's home in South Tacoma on Monday and wrapped their search up on Tuesday. The home that was searched is roughly 7 miles from where her car was found. The ex-boyfriend, who has not been named, is also believed by investigators to be the father of Kassandra's unborn baby. Even though Kassandra and her ex-boyfriend dated years ago, detectives received information that suggests the two had spent time together recently. Forensic crews were going over the ex's home and a vehicle after towing it, looking for clues. Investigators stated that they have some unnamed people of interest, and Kassandra's ex is one of them, but they are still tracking the evidence to see if it leads to him or his girlfriend. When she found out she was pregnant, she was thrilled because she wasn't sure that she'd have a chance to have a baby, and so she was really excited. She already picked out names, her mother has stated. She last saw her daughter early morning on August 25th, 2020. Kassanndra did not tell her mother as her mother headed off to work she was going to leave that early. About an hour later, a security camera caught Kassanndra driving away in her white 2014 Mazda. Law enforcement have got to have a pretty good evidence to be treating this case like it is a homicide and to convince a judge to grant a search warrant. It has been leaked that Kassanndra had been threatened online, but by who? We don't know. The information law enforcement received shows evidence Kassanndra and her ex have had a more recent relationship or contact, but they do not know for sure if he is the father of her unborn child. Could this long-term girlfriend still have animosity over Kassanndra from years ago? She possibly could have. They have evidence on someone from that residence, no doubt, for them to get warrants for the home and truck and some substantial evidence for them to call it a homicide investigation. The search of her car contents or DNA findings from Kassandra's car has not been released to the public. Law enforcement said if she is still alive, we want to find her. Detectives have stated, unfortunately, we haven't found her, and that's why we're working this as a homicide until something tells us differently. And I hope that that day comes, but as you can see by the amount of work going on here, the probability of that coming to light isn't strong. Law enforcement is still working with medical professions to verify that she was pregnant. Why would they question if she was actually pregnant or not, or if she left on her own? She's 33 years old, still living at home. She was free to move out on her own at any time. No one was holding her hostage there. She also has 2 small dogs that she loves very much. It would not leave behind if she left on her own accord. Someone has caused Kassandra's disappearance or knows something about it. Her grieving mother and twin brother are devastated over her disappearance. Kassandra Cantrell is described as 5 foot 7 inches tall and 180 pounds with brown hair and blue eyes. If anyone has information about her whereabouts, they're asked to call the Pierce County Sheriff's Office at 253-798-4721 or 911. The administrators of the Missing Truth bid the family of Kassanndra peace and prayers on their endeavors to find her. For further updates in Kassandra's case, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and like and follow us on our Facebook page and private group. Always remember, some sort of truth remains in a lie. Have a good night.